I've been pretty self-aware since about 18. I remember when I was younger, around 17, that was the time where I really wanted to start going out to the clubs. I really wanted to just go out, have a good time, listen to music, drink alcohol, stuff like that. But then when I was 18, I remember trying it and I quickly realized, I don't know what it was, but it was something inside me, intuition, self-awareness, whatever you want to call it. But it was something inside me that I was just like, nah, I don't really like this. Like, this just isn't me. Like, it was just a voice just saying, this just isn't me. So then I just thought, yeah, you know what, I'm probably just going to stop. And then I remember I would look up to people like 50 Cent, Yo Gotti, Master P, even Kendrick Lamar, and all of them, what I noticed they had in common, a lot of them said, yeah, they don't drink, they don't smoke or anything like that. So then I used to think, okay, if I look up to these people, these guys have probably gone through a lot of stress, a lot of deaths. They would probably typically use vices, but they don't. So I'm like, well, if they're not doing it, I'm not going to do it. So I was self-aware enough to not do any of that stuff. And now 9 years later, I think it's a good decision. I'm pretty happy. I've always got my head screwed on straight. And then even the fact of like, when I was younger, I used to have a lot of friends. And then something inside me, again, intuition, self-awareness, I was like, man, when I'm in these big groups of people, I just don't really feel like myself. I don't really feel good. So then I started pretty much just cutting it down, chopping down people. So now all of my friendships are pretty much individual friendships. It's not really a group thing. And crazily enough, I found myself to be way happier like that. There's no stress. I'm not in like these big WhatsApp group chats talking nonsense. And again, yeah, I keep my stress levels low. So again, 9 years later, I feel like that self-awareness of me knowing, okay, I don't want to do that kind of stuff, or I don't want to have many friends, that's helped me. And now I live in a life of tranquility pretty much, very peaceful, very low stress levels. So I think a lot of people need to be self-aware, man. Need to understand that there's going to be things and people are going to put you under peer pressure. But if you're self-aware and you understand what you like and what you don't like, you can avoid getting into a lot of bad situations. Now, the only issue is that people are going to take that attitude that I've got and they're going to mistake it for arrogance. So there's going to be times where people might be like, oh, Michael, do you want to go to the pub or something like that? And listen, I could go to the pub, I could get a Coke, but realistically, that's just not really a great use of my time. Don't really want to be around drunk people as well that much. So let's say I say no to that. And then people might think, oh, right, this guy thinks he's better than us. This guy's arrogant. But my thing is that I'm not going to let anyone get me outside of my frame to appease them. I'm going to just stay being me. If you don't like that I do that, that's fine. But more time, I've realized that people actually have way more respect and they're like, yo, you know what? I actually rate this guy. And then they actually try to look for my validation. They'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm actually trying to stop drinking as well or whatever. So key thing is self-awareness is the key skill you're going to have. It's going to help you in life avoid a lot of bad situations.